Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an Eastern Kentucky rescue squad celebrates a special gift with a heartfelt meaning behind it. And one Eastern Kentucky group plans to revamp a farmer's market after receiving a large grant from the state government.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 6:31 on Friday, November 19th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon. And did you hear what I said?
It's Friday.
Friday.
It is Friday. And we're all excited about that around here.
Yes.
And it's the Friday before Thanksgiving, so that means we're less than 1 week away from Thanksgiving.
That's always a good thing.
Listen, you got your stretchy
I
pants
love
ready?
Thanksgiving.
I love Thanksgiving too. So
yes.
It's going to be a good day and lots of good eating to be going on.
Plenty of stretchy pants.
Exactly, exactly. Let's talk about the current conditions this morning before we get to Thanksgiving. And we're going to be seeing again some nice conditions over there at US 23. A lot of traffic moving into Norton this morning there, but overall not too bad as you start your day. Temperatures, those are kind of on the rough side this morning. We are down to 31 for our warm spot. That's Ashland, Prestonsburg, and Charleston. And 21 is tied for our cold spot in Monticello and Jonesville. So grab the coffee, forget the little extra, just go up to max warming needed. Matter of fact, I realized a few minutes ago that I left my coffee in the coffee machine in the break room. So I'm going to have to go get that and make another cup here in just a minute. But again, it's cold out there this morning. Forecast as we head through the rest of the day, not too much in the way of warmth, 44 this afternoon, and then a few clouds will move through tonight as we drop back into the upper 20s. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, 2 children who triggered Amber Alerts in several states, including Kentucky, have been found safe. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations says Noah and Amber Claire were found safe outside of town in California. Noah's father, Jacob, has been arrested. He was suspected of kidnapping Noah. One person is dead following a crash involving 2 cars on US 460 in Magoffin County Wednesday. Kentucky State Police say they received a call a little before 4 in the afternoon after a crash in the Salyersville community. Troopers discovered that 23-year-old Tyler McAllister drove his car into a truck driven by 51-year-old Cam Price. The Magoffin County coroner pronounced McAllister dead at the scene. We have no word on Price's condition. Kentucky's roads are getting more dangerous following a troubling national trend that started during the pandemic. Traffic fatalities increased 13% from 2020, a year where traffic deaths had already increased by 8%. Researchers found that younger drivers going too fast on less crowded roads during the pandemic are driving the increase.
What's worrisome is that as we have gone forward, traffic has started to pick back up, and drivers have not changed those habits to accommodate the increase in traffic. And that's why we're seeing fatalities continue to rise.
Statewide, 43 more people have died on the roads in 2021 than in 2020. A Barberville man was arrested Thursday after allegedly breaking into his father's home and beating him on November 11th. Deputies say 28-year-old Jonathan Corey Wyatt went into his father's house, kicked in his back door, and started arguing with him. They say Wyatt then hit his father multiple times in the face, arms, and elsewhere with a piece of PVC pipe. Wyatt was charged with assault and burglary and was taken to the Knox County Detention Center. Refugees that arrive in the United States say it is a work in progress, getting accustomed to the language and the traditions. Now the Afghan refugees that arrived in Bowling Green are facing the issue of finding housing for their families. The International Center of Kentucky says there has to be a compromise to get the refugees properly settled. Several of the refugees are still without homes after arriving in the United States several weeks ago. Here is a headline that might surprise you. Coal production and jobs in Eastern Kentucky are up compared to the same time 1 year ago. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports total coal employment in the region averaged 2,619 jobs in the third quarter, up 18% from the same period in 2020. But that is still a small fraction of what it was a decade ago, when there were more than 14,000 coal jobs in Eastern Kentucky. The increase in coal jobs is a result of the recovery from the economic hit caused by the pandemic and higher natural gas prices. The Magoffin County Rescue Squad received a special donation on Wednesday. A truck, which was donated from the Allen Volunteer Fire Department, is a bright green color that was exactly the kind of vehicle late squad member Captain Carter Conley wanted. The squad plans to use the truck as a kind of mobile memorial to Conley, who died as a result of a breakthrough case of COVID-19 in September.
Allen gave his truck to the Cyersville Fire Department, and they didn't want it, so they gave it to the rescue squad. So they, it's Carter Conley's favorite color, and they said, give it to the rescue squad, a memory of him.
The squad plans to use the truck mainly in water rescue situations, but say it will be useful in any rescue operation. Members of the Cowan Community Action Group in Letcher County will receive a $1 million grant. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins tells us how officials plan to do with the money.
A golden opportunity from Governor Andy Beshear and Congressman Hal Rogers.
To see it realized and to know that that others had this faith and belief in the work that is happening here was overwhelming.
With plans to expand the City of Whitesburg Farmers Market.
I want more people to participate. I want there to be room for more farmers to come and bring their items, more people selling the wares. We want to create an opportunity for everybody.
Adding cold storage, commercial equipment, a food truck, and more.
Obviously, it's going to attract a whole lot more people to the market, which makes it a whole lot easier for me to sell my tomatoes and my beans. I will appreciate everything that's done to this market, and this is a great market.
Trying to make things easier for all involved.
Our farmers come up and they set up, they have to bring their own tents, their own tables, and that's really putting a lot of strain on them. With this structure, they can just come in and everything's already set up for them. They're covered up, and it will be a great addition to the city.
Always trying to improve the market for years to come.
We hope to always be growing. Growing is such an important word and such an important part of this process.
A small town market with a bright future ahead. In Whitesburg, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Some things the Action Group plans to do for the market include restrooms, an office and stage, and expanding the Cowan Food Service Kitchen. A big honor for two Moorhead brothers behind the brand New Frontier. Joshua and Jared Ravenscraft have been named local legends. It's part of a Wild Turkeys Trust Your Spirit campaign. The two were honored in Nashville for their work to give back to the community through their business and music. New Frontier is partnering again with Sunday Best for a Giving Tuesday concert. It will air November 30th at 8 on the band's Facebook page. Proceeds will go to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky. After 2 years, those at Carcassonne Community Center are finally bringing their square dances back. Seeing a strong demand for the region, the dance will take place at 5 p.m. this Saturday. Admission is $5 for adults, $3 for children 6 through 12, and under 6 get in free. Center Chairman Michael Caudill says they are strongly enforcing COVID-19 safety rules.
We will have a nurse out front, and she will be taking temperatures, and we will take a list of everybody that's attending with their contact information. We expect masks to be worn except when people are eating or possibly when they are dancing, because it's kind of hard to square dance wearing a mask.
Caudill says if things go well, they will bring the square dance back again in March. He wants to thank everyone involved, including sponsors like ISOM IGA.
Coming up on 6:40, and it is still cold out there this morning. More spots falling into the 20s. Only a handful of 30s left. 30 in Jackson, 30 in Logan, 31 Prestonsburg, Ashland, and Charleston. Everybody else is in the 20s right now, and low 20s at that. Again, look at this. This is mind-boggling. 30, or let's say 20, 30, 40 plus degrees colder than 24 hours ago. I don't understand it, but it's here, and it's cold, and it's wintertime, and it's going to feel like it basically all day. Even with full-on sunshine, a chilly day ahead, only 44 for a daytime high. We start to warm up a little bit, though, tomorrow, so that's some better news. Chas?
Thank you, Brandon. And thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:40. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, the White House makes a big investment into COVID-19 treatment. That is yet to be approved.